$1 agency versus a $1 million agency, what's the difference? What do successful agency owners do that beginners don't do? Are there simple things that beginners are doing wrong day to day? Is there anything we can learn from successful agencies to get better results for ourselves? So we're gonna start with a beginner agency, then move over to a successful agency, see if we can spot any differences, and then maybe learn from the successful and the beginning agency. I've grown a lot since I started my agency, and my daily routine has changed dramatically since I started. When I started, I followed all of the Millionaire Habit daily routine, morning rituals type stuff. I watched all those videos. I would wake up at 6 a.m. and make a protein shake. Then I would do my visualization for the day. That was this, basically. I got this from Sam Ovens. It's kind of just a view of what you want your life to be, or who you're aspiring to be like. So we have the Carson Fox identity. I just found this cool photo, and I think this is Japan. Sam Ovens, Damien Chazelle. Sam Ovens is the guy I got this from. Damien Chazelle is a really good director. Josh Carson, I think he was really good at telling stories when he preaches. A MacBook Pro, a Tesla Roadster, the apartment that I'm actually in right now, which is pretty cool. I mean, I guess that kind of does something. Austria. It's funny. I have this photo across like everywhere in my, I haven't been to Austria yet, but I'm looking to go there sometime this year. And then Casey Neistat, I just loved his style and his videos. Then we have my legacy to date. So what I've done so far, and this was actually when I started in my parents' basement here. Good panoramic view of what that looks like. Then I have where I used to work, which is MSM Performance Academy, and then just me working at Apple, and then some videos that I made. After I'd go over all of that, I would go to the gym around 6:30, 7 a.m. I would work out, and then I would take a cold shower at the gym. Now, I would take them at the gym because I was paying for the water bill at my parents' house at the time, so any dollar saved was much appreciated. I'd usually drink another protein shake after that, pray a little bit, and then start working. And my work consisted of just whatever that was on the day. So usually when I had a couple clients, it would just be mostly just media buying and ads in the morning. So managing the ad accounts in the morning, then figuring out how do I get more clients in the door. And a lot of it was usually just me on YouTube or just doing like a task would randomly come in my face, and then I would just do that for like 3 hours, and then I'd be like, where did that 3 hours just go? So I say, if I were you just starting out, I would literally just focus on sales. And I tell this to everybody that I talk to, but just focus on sales. Like, don't try to set up a website. Don't try to make everything look fancy. Figure out what does the audience want? What are they willing to buy? And then try to sell it to them. Wake up, go to your computer, try to get some sales, go to bed, do it again tomorrow. Like, I would say the mindset part of things and the cold showers and the working out, that's such a small percentage of what people think success is. And I think a lot of people watch those videos because they think, okay, if I do a cold shower and then I work out and then I make sure I read in the morning and I make sure I do all this, they think that doing all those things will make them more successful. But what I realize is that, like, if I just work, I'll get farther ahead than me actually taking cold showers and all that other jazz. Now my days are a lot different. So now I usually wake up at 8 a.m. and I usually just make a fruit smoothie for myself and then drink a LaCroix. And then I'll go to my computer and just start working first. And I usually do message people back and forth. So people will message me on Discord, on Facebook, and on email. And then I'll just kind of go through those messages first thing in the morning. The rest of my morning goes one of two ways. Either I blocked off a time to do videos, or I have set up a whole bunch of client calls. So I let my calendar be open so the clients could book in the morning. And so I'll have client calls with people that have joined my program. And then from there at 11:30, I usually go to Chipotle, and I feel like I don't have time to make food anymore. So I just eat out every single day. And then for the rest of the day, I'm usually focusing on videos. So it's just recording a video like this and then maybe editing. And then usually throughout the day, something will happen where, a team member will say this, or on a client call, someone will say this, like, hey, this isn't working. Can you fix this? Try this out. And so all the little things that I, come up with throughout the day, I'll just make these 30-minute time blocks throughout the day. At the very end of the day, just little things that I know I should go over before the day is over. And then when I'm done working, when I'm done like editing my video or whatever the main task is for that day, I'll just go back and look at all those little tasks that I made for myself, and then I'll just do those one by one. They're usually 5 to 20-minute little tasks, so I'll do those things. And then after that, usually I have church or something to go to. If I don't, I'll usually take a walk for about 30 minutes around the city if it's warm. And then what I'll do is I'll usually just come back to my computer and then work on something that's a little more long-term. So whether that's making sure that we have a higher open rate for our emails, or just making sure that we have a higher show up rate to our calls, just little things like that. Or I'll just work on more videos. I'll do that until usually 10 p.m. And then at 10 p.m. I'll play like Apex Legends for like 30 minutes. and then I'll take a shower, go to bed, watch YouTube for another hour until I just pass out at about 11:30, 12. So I'm usually working all day. I haven't gone to the gym in a couple months. I don't eat as much as I want to. I'm trying to like gain weight right now. It is pretty unhealthy where I'm at right now, so I don't recommend like following my exact daily routine, but it is just a testament to like, I just work the entire day, and honestly, like if you want to get somewhere, that's what I think. It's just the more, if I'm working the entire day and everybody else is taking cold showers and all this other stuff, and I just got more done today than you did, then I'm probably gonna get farther ahead than you. But who cares what I think? What do beginners do and what do advanced agencies do? What's the difference between the two? So I have a friend, Matt. He is kind of starting an agency, been doing it for a couple months now, and I just wanted to ask him, what are you doing day to day? And so he recorded his journey throughout a day, just showing us what happens.
What's up? My name is Matt. I run a cold email marketing agency where we help B2B companies get leads on a pay-per-meeting basis. It's currently 9:30 on this beautiful Sunday Michigan morning. I don't really have much planned out right now. We're gonna kind of just see what needs to be done and do it as it needs to be done. Here's a couple just general agenda pieces. I meditate every morning. I'm gonna go to the gym. I have a plan to record a YouTube video, not just this one. I'm gonna rewrite some cold emails for both me and my clients and then see how that goes. And then we're gonna kind of take it from there. For this upcoming week, I have 4 sales calls tomorrow. The rest of the calendar is pretty open. I have coaching calls with Karsten, and I'm also in Client Ascension, which is another coaching program that I have planned for the week coming up. So that's kind of what's going on right now. 9:30 update, that's that.
Close your eyes and pretend you're comfortable.
So what's up? It's currently 11:15. It's been about a couple hours. Right now I got my handy dandy supplements I'm gonna take. I just had my breakfast of about 5 eggs. So, and in the background here we got our Apollo automation running. We're basically just scraping some new leads for my client for this campaign that we're refilling. These are all just higher education institutions. So, yep, gonna take these supplements, gonna start grinding more on other projects that need to be done. It's about 5:15, and right now I just uploaded the YouTube video that I just recorded that I'm sending over to my editor. And then now I'm going to head off to the gym because it's about 5, so that's what we're gonna go do. Yeah. Back at the house, it's currently 7:21. So I got back from the gym, showered, ate, basically all the normal stuff. And then I'm gonna do a little last work block before I head to bed. So I think I'm gonna crank out some Twitter content for the rest of the week. And then I'm also going to refill the client campaigns that have been verifying. Just got them back, so gonna upload those and then call it a night.
Thank you for that, Matt. He didn't really like kind of schedule out his day, but he did do like a bullet points, like this is what I need to do day to day. And I would do that all the time. I would have like a notebook every day of just like task lists that I need to get done. Like here's all the things that I need to do. And I got to this point when I had clients and I had a lot of things that I needed to do. So then I would just like write out all these things that I had to do for that day. So once you get clients in the door, I think life just becomes very disorganized, but you just like make bullet points. All right, let me make sure I get these things done for the day so that all my clients are happy. And that's kind of where I was at too. Now let's compare that to a more successful agency. So I've got another friend, Hawani, who's been in the agency space since 2018, I believe. And he's got a cool thing going on. It's such an amazing offer. And I just wanted to see, what does he do day to day? So he recorded a video for us on what he's doing and then just a little insight on how he kind of thinks about things.
Hey there, my name is Hawani. I've been running an agency since around 2018. And in this video, I'm going to be running through my daily routine and sort of what I do each day. So I've just gone to the office. It's just gone past 7:30. So typically before I get to work, I go for a really short run and have a cold shower, more just out of doing it every day rather than it having any benefit. I like to get to work somewhat early, 7:30. The reason is we're based in New Zealand and a lot of our clients are in the US, so it's a better time in the morning. First thing I do when I get to work is I write out my sort of to-do list. So typically what I do first is just check in, and I will also add 3 hours of deep work because that's just something that I try and do every day. And then along with any extracurricular things. So that's sort of how I start off my day. Sweet, so it's just gone past 10 a.m. I am getting through my to-do list. Essentially what I've been doing for the morning to date is making sure that our lead flow is where it needs to be. So the way that we operate is I'm in charge of lead generation. We've got a Daniel, my business partner's full-time sales. I need to make sure that I've got 25 intro calls a week for him. However that's done, it needs to be done. So I essentially said that I need to get a minimum of 4 intro calls each morning before I can move on to other work. The reason for this is often you get stuck in the delivery side of things, and with churn or with whatever's going on, eventually if you're not getting leads in consistently, your revenue will go down. And we've definitely experienced what it's like to do that. So now, number one priority, spend my morning making sure that leads are coming in. What I've got for the next little while is I've got a coaching call, I've got a few emails to send off, and sorting out a client tracking sheet. So essentially I want to be able to get our VAs deal with what I call tier 1 firefighting, which essentially means that like low level issues can be done by VAs. Anything above like a tier 1 level issue, I'll get a message on my Slack channel being like, hey, we're running issues with this client, and then I can dive in. That way I don't have to use the mental horsepower of being like, I'm across all the clients, I know where they're all at. All I need to know is when a VA sends me a message saying, hey, you've got an issue with this client and this client, then there's just 2 issues, and that's all I need to be across. So hopefully that makes sense. 1:40, just had lunch and then had an onboarding call. In the last few hours we've shot a new video for our website, and I'm looking to edit that, and done an onboarding session. And then this afternoon, Daniel, my business partner, and I typically go for a walk. We go for like an hour-long walk, and we do that every day and just talk business the whole time. And it's really good to get out of the office and sort of change where you're at. And it sort of changes the way you think. So we like to do that every day. We go down to the local park and we do either a meditation or a Wim Hof sort of breathing session. And so people look at us funny while we're hyperventilating in the grass, but it is what it is. And then come back to the office and typically stick around here until like 5 or 6, getting through some work, and that's typically more client work. By that time I'm not super creative, not making lots of new ideas, so I'm just kind of getting through tasks towards the end of the day. Cheers.
There's really good stuff in here. I liked how he focused on making sure that he was getting clients at the beginning of the day, or making sure that he was getting sales calls in the door at the beginning of the day, just because it needed to get done, and then he focuses on whatever else he needs to do. And I do that a lot too, where I focus on what's the main task that's going to get me more sales calls, more appointments, and that's why I focus on videos a lot every day. Now, the one thing I did notice about these two and the similarities between them is that they both got a ton of sales calls using my appointment booking system. So they're in my program. If you're interested in that, you can book a call with my team below, where we teach you how to get 120 sales calls per month. Thank you for watching. I love you.